YouTubers, my name is Unknown, and today I have a tips and tricks video on how to raise your KD in Titanfall. Before we get things started though, just let me say a couple things. There is no right or wrong way to play this game, and it really is all based on personal preference. If you aren't having fun playing a certain way, don't play that way. If you think playing try hard all the time is not very fun and you don't feel like using the best weapons in the game and playing certain ways, don't do it. If it's not about KD, it really is not. It's just one of those things that people like to have. Makes them feel better about themselves having a higher KD. But in the end, there is no leaderboards in this game. No one can see your stats, so it really doesn't matter. It's just all based on personal preference. It really is. So yeah, just before we get things started, I just want to say that. And I also wanted to say, some of you may or may not have noticed I haven't been very active on my channel for the past about few weeks now. It's kind of crazy. I haven't really been posting anything since Titanfall was first released. And it's not because I don't enjoy Titanfall. I've been playing a lot of Titanfall. I've just been very unmotivated to post anything recently. It's been a lot of work, school, and on my time off, I enjoy playing Titanfall. I don't feel like posting videos. I don't feel like doing anything else. I'm just very tired, and but yeah. So I've I've had a lot of people message me. A lot of my friends have been asking me to been posting videos because they think I'm a good player. They like to hear my opinions on different things. So I've just been kind of collecting different ideas for myself on things that I can give to you guys that would help improve your gameplay. Some very general tips that you guys can use to increase your kill-death ratio in Titanfall. So the first tip I can give you guys, this is going to sound very controversial, but slow it down when you're playing this game. This game has a lot of different features that you don't typically see in other first-person shooters, especially, you know, the parkour, the cloak, the stim, running faster, healing yourself on the run, the double jump. You don't typically see those in those first-person shooters. So people come to Titanfall and they want to try it out. They want to use it to its full, you know, advantage. And they think that because they have all these different perks, it makes them this ultimate warrior who's just unstoppable. But it's the exact opposite. You actually die very quickly in this game. And usually you can sit back and you see someone trying to do this. You see someone running off of walls everywhere. And you can typically pick them off pretty easily. And I'm not saying don't ever use the parkour in this game because it'll get you killed. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying take it easy, slow it down, learn how other people play the maps. So that way you figure out how to use the parkour without getting yourself killed. Because if you're running around out in the open, you're going to get killed very easily. There's going to be enemy titans, there's going to be enemy pilots that are camping, and you're going to just get picked off left and right, and you're going to be very frustrated trying to figure out why it's just not working. You're doing everything right, you're using the parkour, you're just not having a very good time. Just slow it down, learn how other people play the game, learn the map, learn the different maps, learn the different weapons, everything like that, and you'll have a much better time. Tip number 2. Understanding the weapon you're using and how to be the most effective with it. Let's say, for instance, you're on the 2nd generation, right? And you're working on all those shotgun kills. Don't feel like you need to work on those shotgun kills every single match that you play. Wait for a map to come around, like Angel City or the map I'm playing right now, Colony. These maps are suited for close quarters type gameplay. You don't want to be working on it if you're playing on a map like Lagoon. It's a huge wide open map. It'd be more suited for carbines and DMRs, let's say, for instance. So if you play very situationally with the weapon you're using, you can actually use it to your advantage. For tip number 3, I would say always use a suppressed weapon, and there's a couple different reasons why I say this. Even if you look at the stats, it says that the weapon suffers some damage and accuracy reductions. I never find myself being outgunned simply because I was using a suppressed weapon. That never happens. So obviously the key advantage to using a suppressor is staying off of the minimap, right? They don't know, the enemy doesn't know where you are. And for other first-person shooter games, this wasn't very like a huge issue because everyone was on equal terms, right? In your Call of Duty, in your Halo games, when you use a unsuppressed weapon, the other team will just run right to you, and people welcome that. You say, oh, just run right towards me, I'm going to kill you anyways. In this game, it has something that other games don't have, and it's called the Titan. If a Titan sees you shooting an unsuppressed weapon on the minimap, they're going to boost right to you, they're going to find you, and they're going to take you out right away. And it's you can't really do anything about it unless you have an anti-Titan weapon, and that just brings up other issues. So always use a suppressed weapon. I know people, when they have their Titans doomed, the easiest way, the quickest way to get your Titan back is by killing enemy pilots, specters, and grunts. And like I said, if you're trying to do that with an unsuppressed weapon, you're going to have a bad time. Tip number 4, never use your auto Titan. Let me explain why. So I know a lot of people that like to run around on foot. They don't like to use their Titans. They just like to play this like other first-person shooter games. That's fine. That's however you want to play the game. That's fine. If you're trying to increase your kill-death ratio, that is not the best way to do it. It's very risky, and it's way too easy to die in this game. If you're in your Titan, it's a huge piece of metal protecting you from whatever's shooting at you. You can usually tell when you're in danger. You can eject. You can get to safety and all that fun stuff. If you're using your auto Titan, there's a couple of downfalls to using it. Even if you have the Guardian chip that you unlock when you get into the 40s, one of the higher levels, it still doesn't make a difference. It says that it engages enemies with greater precision, but it is such garbage. It doesn't work. It still sits there. Someone can easily rodeo it and just take it out right away. And if you're playing attrition, that's a huge deal because it's worth 5 points. A Titan kill is worth more than a pilot kill in attrition, which is just crazy. So you're literally giving the other team a free 5 points, and that can sometimes be the difference between winning and losing. I know from experience. And also, if you are frustrated with the other team running around in Titans, obviously, if you are expecting your auto Titan to clean up the other team's Titans so that the other team will be running around on foot with you, you are just crazy, because your Titan is not going to do anything to the other team's Titans if the other team knows what they're doing. So, not only does your auto Titan like hardly do anything to other team's Titans, it also allows for the other team to get their Titans faster. I know if you guys don't know this, you can shoot at other team's Titans, reduce the build time on your own Titan to get your Titan faster. So that's one of the advantages of shooting at other team's Titans. But like I said, that's why you should not use your auto Titan. It does not help you in the long run, and it will not help your kill-death ratio. For tip number 5, I would say have map awareness, and this is typically very crucial for any first-person shooter game you play. But let me kind of relate it back to Titanfall, for instance. Let's say you're a pilot, and you run out of a building, and you're not on the roof, you're on the floor, right? So you look up, the first thing you see is an enemy Titan. Should you run away? Should you go cloak? Or should you pull out your Sidewinder and start shooting at him with no cover at all? I don't know how many times I've seen people do that, and it's just very easy pickings for me if I'm in my Titan to pick off an innocent pilot that doesn't know better because they haven't been playing very long, or for whatever reason, maybe they just don't care, or they think I'm weak enough to take out when in reality I'm at full health, one of those kind of situations. So have map awareness. Usually, if you want to engage a enemy Titan, the best places to do that are from the top of roofs, or just don't do it at all. Throw a grenade. You could try to rodeo it, but that usually ends up pretty bad for you if you try to do that. So, there's some different things you can use to have map awareness. If you play the game long enough, you kind of get a feeling for the spawns. You can usually tell where people are going to be. Know where people like to go on the different maps, the different rushing routes, where the different parkour things lead you to, stuff like that. And I know if you guys don't use this, it's a perk called Minion Detector, and it helps me a lot. I can usually tell when the spawns flip in the game based on where the specters and minions are spawning. Because if you start out on one side of the map and then you look and you see that the specters and minions, or the grunts, are spawning on your side of the map from the enemy team, you can usually just step back and look, and you'll see enemy pilots spawning in the same area that you are. So that is usually how I can tell. I can usually get some pretty easy kills that way just by paying attention to what's going on. And like I said, it's for any first-person shooter game you have. You can usually, if you have map awareness and you pay attention to your mini-map, which I know a lot of people don't do that either, pay attention to your mini-map. I don't know how many times I'll be shooting right next to somebody with an unsuppressed weapon, and they won't notice I'm there because they're not focused on their map. They're looking at everything going on around them, and it is a lot to take in this game. There's a lot going on. It takes a lot of practice to try to be able to just notice everything that's going on, like I said. So just try to have great map awareness, and you'll do a lot better. So the last tip that I have for you guys, and this is going to sound pretty obvious, but stay calm and have fun while you're playing. Typically, the more upset that I get, the worse I do. And this is pretty much true for every gamer. When you start becoming upset, you start doing things that you normally wouldn't do. You start playing sloppy. You aren't thinking right. You start rushing to make up for the deaths that you may have had because you want to keep your kill-death ratio up. But like I said before, just stay calm. If you're not having fun playing, then you shouldn't be playing. Just take a break. Go do something else and come back a little bit later, maybe when you're not so upset, or just try to relax, have fun with some friends. Like I said, this is a video game. You're supposed to be having fun while you're playing this game. So yeah, just stay calm, think straight, and you'll do a lot better. But anyways, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. If you have any of your own tips that you'd like to share with me, please do. I'd be more than interested to find out what you guys do. And also, I have some 30 and 40 plus attrition kill gameplays saved up for you guys. So look forward to that in the future. Subscribe for more if you guys have not already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you have a nice day. Peace.